Browns, too.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Halftime Report. Sponsored by Nextel, nationwide walkie-talkie.
Yes, a big bounce back day so far for the Miami Dolphins. Jim Nance on the Nextel Halftime Report along with Dan, Dion, and Boomer. And all the talk here in New York has been about the Jets and that offense. What were they going to do? You go back actually to last year, in the last 10 quarters now, the Jets offense has produced one touchdown against the Dolphins in the first half today. All rushing here as we look at the quarterback's numbers too.
And you see Jay Fiedler, they talked about getting him out of the pocket a little bit. He was able to get out, made a nice run for a touchdown, but really, Miami's playing with emotion. They didn't do that last week. That's what you have to have. Football's an emotional game. They came out, they're dominating in the first half.
In the rushing totals that are Miami with 136 yards on the ground, and the Jets only 9 rushing yards. Let's take you around the league. It's been a wild one at Kansas City.
Off a far interception right here. You have Tommy Maddox hit Plexico Burst. Great catch over the top. Dan, you want emotion? I'll give you emotion, baby. 33 yards on the touchdown. This is the Priest. Nothing's wrong with that hip right there. Priest goes over top. And here we got Trent Green drops back. He's looking for Tony Gonzalez. No. Jason Dunn for the touch. 21-17.
Trent Green coming back. He has been picked off twice, including in the first minute. One was run back for a touchdown by Chad Scott. Green's numbers now, well, only 48 yards, but he threw that touch there just a few minutes ago after the early miscues. Meanwhile, Cleveland and Baltimore, the Browns cannot stop Jamal Lewis. This is the second play of the game here.
You're not kidding either, Jim, as he stumbles through the middle of the line right there. He goes up for an 82-yard touchdown run, the longest touchdown run in Ravens history. Now listen, he's already up to 182 yards rushing. They're not even at halftime yet. If Kyle Fuller doesn't throw an interception, this game could have been out of hand way before this.
Well, William Green fumbled once for the Browns, and he has not been able to break free, but look at Lewis. 182 yards on the ground, including that one run you saw, the longest run in Ravens history, 82 yards on the second play of the game. Here's the Bills and the Jags. The Jags got in with a 4th and goal score, but Travis Henry.
Travis Henry not once. This is not a replay. Travis Henry goes up the hole, bounces outside, dodges the tackle, gets in for a second touchdown on the day. Then the old man, Mark Brunell, jumps over top. He's still got a little spring in those steps.
And just a moment ago here, Bledsoe.
And Bobby Shaw, how can a man get that open in the National Football League?
21-7.
Must be a blown coverage.
Josh Reed, who last week did not get off to a good start, taking over for Peerless Price. 4 catches, 57 yards in that game. And, well, Buffalo up now. That's 21-7. Bills over the Jags. Let's continue around the league. Titans and the Colts in Indianapolis as we came back into the studio at halftime. Got on the board again. Here's McNair, though, early.
Yeah, there's a leader. Tom McNair finds Tyrone Gallico for a touchdown. He went up 7-3 there. Then Indianapolis came back with 2 touchdowns. One right here with Edger Jake. Now watch how he lowers his shoulder and pushes the pile. That's how you run in tight spaces right there. And here's a 35-yard touchdown pass right before the end of the half to Marvin Harrison. He gets right past the defensive back. Nicely thrown ball. Nice catch outside. And Colts are leading right now, 16-7.
And Vanderjack missed the PAT, 16-7 Colts. George, again unable to break free. 13 carries, 41 yards. That's all. And Edger and James got their first touchdown of the season for the Colts. Here's the Saints hosting Houston today.
The Saints struggled last week. How did they get on track? Giving the Deuce McAllister 24 yards for a touchdown. And look at this right here. David Carter bring him back. Just quick feet here, Dio. Get it in, get it out. Look out. Oh, looks. Dive, David, dive. He gets in. 7-7.
Actually, we heard back in that Indianapolis game, they got another crack at it. So Vanderjack made it in 17-7 there. This is 7-7, Houston and New Orleans. And Stacey Mack, well, he was productive last week in that huge upset down at Miami at 89 yards rushing. Only 8 for 10 today. McAllister with a touchdown, 28 yards overall. Meanwhile, the Redskins were down 17-0 here, and they are in again. Cartwright has just scored as we come to this score. An extra point to come. Atlanta again was in front 17-0. Ramsey has brought them back. PAT to come though, 17-13 to score in that one. 49ers, Terrell Owens suffered a concussion in the first quarter. He has returned to the game. Ty Street with a touchdown grab from Jeff Garcia. Garcia's touchdown. Bolger with a hookup as well for a score to Holt. And finally, Lions and the Packers. Amon Green over 100 yards rushing in the first half. He's got 106 yards on the game. 17-3. Green Bay over Detroit. And up date as we speak, and yes, it's up in the Pittsburgh-Kansas City score, or Kansas City game. It's Woods returning the favor. Remember, Chad Scott had one back and picked the second play of the game for Pittsburgh, but now Kansas City has moved in front on that one, 27-17. Doubleheader day here on CBS. New England and Philadelphia, Denver, San Diego, Cincinnati, and Oakland. You'll get one of those games coming up later today here on CBS. We're going to send you back to the second half, back over to the Meadowlands. Thanks for being with us. On to Nextel halftime report.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel halftime report. Sponsored by Nextel, nationwide walkie-talkie.